Hello vampires! V-Rising's Invaders of Oakveil update, patch 1.1 is nearly upon us, dropping on April 28. This free update is massive, bringing a brand new region, new weapons, new combat overhauls, and a ton of features that'll make you feel like the ultimate vampire warlord. I've rounded up the top 5 coolest additions coming in this patch, so let's sink our fangs into what's new. Coming in at number 5, we've got Castle Arenas and Duels, a bloody fun way to spar with your friends. You'll be able to build your own PvP arena right in your castle and customize it to your heart's content. Invite your fellow vampires over and fight to the death for bragging rights, without risking your gear or progress. That's right, these arena battles are purely for fun and glory, so no worries about losing your hard-earned loot or durability if you get impaled by your body's sword. On top of that, 1 vs 1 duels are finally here. If you run into a rival in the wild, or you just want to test your clanmates' skills, you can challenge them to a duel on the spot. It's classy, single combat showdown, no interference, no item loss, just skill versus skill. Whether you're settling grudges or hosting a friendly tournament in your throne room, arenas and duels are a fantastic way to enjoy PvP without the usual high stakes. Next up, let's talk castle upgrades. Your vampiric layer is getting some love with 2 huge additions, the stable and the treasury. First, the stable lets you finally give those loyal horses and other mounts the attention that they deserve. Building a stable in your castle means you can train your mounts and even learn new riding techniques. The result? Your trusty steed becomes tougher and faster. Enemies will have a harder time knocking you off your horse, and you'll ride quicker across the land. It's perfect for vampires who want to charge into battle or make a swift escape in style. Maybe that master horseman we'll face in the patch can teach us a thing or two. More on him later. Then there's the treasury, a must-have for any vampire tycoon. This upgrade acts as a grand vault to stash your precious loot, but it's more than just a fancy chest. It brings a major quality of life improvement. With a treasury in place, you'll be able to craft directly from your stored resources. No more hauling tons of materials in your inventory just to build or craft things. Your production stations can pull materials straight from your treasury or chests. In short, managing your castle economy becomes much more smoother. Plus, the update is adding new castle cosmetics and an upcoming DLC pack full of them. You can decorate your domain to truly look like the seat of an immortal empire. Build that vault and stable up your nightmare mount, because your castle is about to become both mightier and prettier. What's a vampire without an arsenal of deadly toys? Patch 1.1 introduces 3 new weapon types that are about to spice up combat in a big way: the claws, the Twinblade, and throwing daggers. Each of these brings a fresh fighting style to master. Claws turn you into a feral terror up close. Imagine shredding enemies with rapid slashes like a savage beast. If you've ever wanted to roleplay as a vicious vampire werewolf, these razor-sharp claws are your ticket to tearing foes apart at lightning speed. Next, the Twinblade is a deadly double-bladed sword, perfect for whirling through groups of hunters with stylish spinning attacks. It's all about fast, sweeping strikes and cool combinations, letting you cut down your enemies with finesse. And for the stealthy assassins out there, the throwing daggers bring a ranged option to the table. Finally, a true throwing weapon. These daggers let you poke and finish off targets from a distance with rapid throws, giving ranged physical DPS a new shine. Sneak up, unleash a volley of blades, and vanish into the shadows. Very vampiric, don't you think? To complement these new weapons, we're also getting the new weapon coding system. This feature lets you imbue your weapons with special effects to suit your needs. Essentially, you'll be able to coat your weapon with alchemical concoctions or magical effects to gain extra perks in combat. Think of it like enchanting your blade on the fly, perhaps smearing on some deadly poison, or a coating that gives bonus damage to a certain enemy type. The developers call them mysterious effects, but one thing's for sure: weapon coatings will add a new layer of strategy to fights, letting you prep for battles in a smart way. The possibilities have us daydreaming already. With a bunch of new weapons plus customizable coatings, your arsenal has never looked this good. The number 2 spot goes to the Oakveil Woodlands itself, the brand new biome, and a host of new bosses lurking within. Oakveil Woodlands is an entirely new region to explore, and it's not your average peaceful forest. This place has been twisted by the influence of Megara the Serpent Queen, the big bad of the update. Megara and her fanatical cult of followers, known as the Venom Blades, have slithered into Oakveil and are corrupting the land with their venomous magic. The trees are oozing poisonous sap, wildlife is tainted, and a creepy fog hangs in the air. Lore lovers, rejoice! The update is bringing a dark new chapter to Vardoran's story, as you uncover what Megara is up to in these cursed woods, and ultimately put a stop to her rampage. Of course, with a new area come new challenges. Oakveil Woodlands is packed with new V-Blood bosses to hunt down. You'll eventually face Megara, the Serpent Queen, but she's not alone. She has at least 4 little lieutenants embodying her venomous agenda. Each of these bosses will test you with unique Venom-themed abilities. I'm expecting poison pools, deadly serpents, and all kinds of toxin tricks. Defeating them won't just cleanse the land, it will also grant you their powers. In fact, the update adds 7 new vampire abilities in total, earned by conquering the new V-Bloods. That's a huge boost to our spellbook, meaning more build variety and new, fun ways to play. And it's not just Oakveil getting new prey for us. 2 new V-Bloods have popped up in existing areas as well. In the Dunley Farmlands, Sir Erwin, the Master Horseman, is making a name for himself. Perhaps he's got a special mount-related ability up his sleeve. And in an old abandoned arena, Gaius the Gladiator has risen, craving combat even in undeath. These extra bosses bring even more challenges and lore to the world. All told, we've got new bosses to conquer, each with their own tricks and rewards. A new region to explore, plus a gauntlet of fresh boss fights. This alone would be an incredible update. But wait, we're not still done yet. The biggest changes are still to come. Finally, the most game-changing update in Oakveil patch 1.1 revolve around combat and gear systems. Dunley Studios have done a massive combat overhaul that will fundamentally change how you build and battle your vampire. There's a lot to unpack here, but the highlights include reworked stats, revamped blood types, new passive abilities, and an all-new gear fusion system. Essentially, the devs want combat to feel more personalized and balanced, and they're pulling out all the stops to make that happen. First off, player stats and gear scaling are being rebalanced. You can't just stack one stat to infinity anymore. There are likely caps or diminishing returns on certain stats now to keep things fair and competitive. The idea is to encourage more well-rounded builds rather than one-shot glass cannons. Alongside that, the blood type system is getting a huge shake-up. The bonuses you get from different blood types, like warrior, rogue, creature, etc., have been significantly adjusted, and rumor has it, there might even be new blood variations in the mix. This means we'll all be rethinking what the best blood is. Your trusty old strategy might change when the patch hits. The blood rework could make each type more viable and add some new twists, so get ready to experiment with your victims. Now, defeating bosses can grant you unique passive buffs that you can equip to enhance your vampire. These passives are equipable at will, giving you a new way to customize your build beyond just weapons and spells. Imagine picking a bonus that increases your attack speed after you kill an enemy, or one that makes you a bit more resistant to sunlight. The possibilities to mix and match build synergies are endless. It's like creating your own class perks by choosing which boss perks to slot in, adding an RPG-like depth that V-Rising hasn't had before. Combined with the overhauled blood types, armor and weapon choices, and even new elixirs, you'll have full control over your vampire's playstyle. Speaking of elixirs, the update is adding new body-enhancing potions to brew. These concoctions can buff your vampire's physical capabilities, like extra toughness, beat boosts, and other combat enhancements to give you an edge. Time to upgrade that alchemy lab, lads. The last part of this overhaul is the gear fusion and reforging system. Say goodbye to the endless grind for that one perfect stat roll on your weapon. The Fusion Forge has you covered. With the new system, You'll be able to merge weapons and gems to fine-tune your gear stats exactly how you want. In other words, you can reforge your equipment to create the ideal piece without relying purely on random drops. Have 2 swords with decent stats? Use them and get one great sword. Got gems that boost different attributes? Combine them to tailor your weapons bonuses. This customization means no more feeling stuck with subpar gear RNG. If you want a maxed out crossbow or the perfect pair of claws, you can work towards it methodically. It's a huge win for all of us loot grinders and theory crafters. Plus, on the resource side, some crafting stations got improvements. The sawmill, for example, will get its advanced version, so maintaining your castle and gear will be smoother experience overall. Between the stat rebalance, blood rework, new passives, potions and gear fusion, combat in V-Rising is about to feel fresher than ever. Every aspect of your vampire, weapons, armor, blood and consumables will synergize together in ways we haven't seen before. Get ready to spend hours tinkering with your build and loving every second of it. Now, as a cherry on top, Stunlock is also releasing an Eternal Dominance DLC pack alongside the free update. This is a paid cosmetic DLC, around $19.99 for those of us who want to dazzle our enemies with style. The Eternal Dominance pack is all about the ultimate luxury and opulence. It includes a full opulent armor skin set, 5 silky, golden trimmed armor pieces to make you look like vampire royalty, and some really awesome vanity extras. You'll get a gilded darkful form, an alternate skin for your wolf form that bathes it in mysterious golden purple energy, and a golden warhorse saddle skin, so even your mount will look like it rules the night. And if you're into castle decor, this pack is packed with it. You can deck out your castle with lavish furniture, wallpapers, carpets and ornaments dripping in golden gems. We're talking golden thrones, waygates, coffins, prison cells, fancy drapes, sparkling fountains, the whole works, many with multiple color variations. It's the perfect way to show off your dominance and excellent taste to friend and foe alike. While purely cosmetic, it definitely adds flair to your vampire life. In summary, the Invaders of Oakveil update is shaping up to be a game changer for V-Rising. We've got a new endgame region to conquer, new bosses to master, new weapons and spells to play with, and a completely overhauled combat system that promises to make gameplay deeper and more satisfying. Whether you're a PvP enthusiast itching for arena duels, a builder excited about castle upgrades, or an adventurer ready to explore Oakveil's corrupted forests, there's something in this patch for you. And the best part, it's free. Just update your game on April 28 and enjoy all these new features immediately, with the option to snag the fancy DLC if you want to support the devs and look fabulous. I don't know about you, but I'm hyped to jump in and experience all of this. So sharpen your fangs, polish your coffins, and prepare for the Oakveil invasion. The night of April 28 can come soon enough. Until then, stay thirsty, my fellow vampires, and I'll see you in Vardaran.